Good afternoon, everyone. This is Matt over Milestone Capital Growth Portfolio.com. Hope everybody enjoyed their weekend, and we have a great start to the week as all the window dressing is now completed. Looks good. You know, they closed their months out, and now we're starting a new month on a great note, and it looks like to the downside. So I'm going to show you a couple charts right here. We do a lot of tracking. Have you been watching my video for the last couple of years on where I think the market's going to go for 2016, 2017? I just want to show you a couple of examples. Don's keeping track of this for us very tight, and a projected move forward the next however long based on 2008. We are following that very closely here, and I'll go over these two charts before we get into the market real quick. And this was updated as of yesterday, and this is the daily. Okay, blue line is 2008, red line is 2016. Notice that where our drops are a little more aggressive and our pops are a lot less. They're not much of a pop going on, and it's pretty much staying right in tune, right in pattern perfectly. We do have a 180 now on this drop target to the downside. We have started that move to the downside. As of Friday, you could see we started to curl and follow the same pattern. The drops, like I said, are a little more aggressive, and I'll show you again. I'll show you on SPY. So a projected move right here now that we mapped out. Our next move should be the 181 with a tag of about 180. But your candle base will probably be about 181 in that area. Then we get a nice little drift back up a little bit higher and then back down again. And this is how we're working the markets right now. But that drift will be, we have all the dates and everything else laid out for that. So that's why we're pretty close on what we're doing when we're doing these videos. We've have it all figured out, and I've worked very hard to play along with this, but it's done very well for this part of the year, and it's really making our options massive percent gainers. You know, the tops are a little bit harder to call. The bottoms are definitely easy to call and ride, but now that, you know, that's starting to make the move to the downside, looks really good. So this is a daily right now on SPY, and you can see your daily trend line is right here. We did breach that 50-day moving average today, which is outstanding. So now we're going to have to tackle this tomorrow and see what happens. Okay, normally you get 3 red candles and then you get a pop up, but depends how aggressive it was. PMI numbers were absolutely horrific in every category, so it was just a shocker. Nobody even considered that. So we had the initial pop today, and then the epic fail. You could see on the hourly. I'll switch over to that real quick. What took place on the hourly. So we had the big move all the way up here after you had the support off the 200 and you were oversold. Moved all the way up to the upper Bollinger Band, cracked a little bit outside of it, and then gave it all up and started to push to the downside, which is fantastic. Tried finding support on the 50 on the hourly, and you can see this is getting ready to move to the downside now and push these Bollinger Bands out of the way. The volume increase is just epic coming into the last 2 hours once they started pushing those candles. So it looks really great for a move to the downside. You can see the 15-minute had support at that 200, and you know, tomorrow morning we should start a little bit green. Hopefully we gap up a little bit, maybe up to 194 area, maybe about 194, and then dump after that, like we did today. Just you know, they're going to milk the clock on this one. Either that or we're just going to gap down underneath this trend line, leave this gap, and then power down to probably the 190 area. So those are the two options on tomorrow, so you'll have to see what happens. But we do have this target right here, 186, and the 183 for the lower Bollinger Band on the daily before any significant bounce would come in. That's as long as this line gets broken. We should get that full move to the downside, but we typically do that. So taking a look at the weekly here real quick, you could see, I'll set you up real quick on what our current pattern is and why I think that 180 is going to be pretty much right in line. You can see right here the 180 is down in this area, and that's right about your 200. So I think we're going to make it right down there. And you could probably follow this pattern here, but we're going to get a couple of candles here. But I said 3 weeks green, and you're probably going to get 2 weeks red. 2 weeks red would pull it. We could pull it right down to this 180 mark, and then we'll get that back up again and running. But stick with us, and you'll be able to follow this as long as we follow our patterns, which our patterns are working pretty well so far. So this is pretty much the what we're doing right now in this pattern, and we'll have to manage tomorrow and break this this daily will be a significant move for us, and we can come down and get this 186 gap first. Right in this area before our next bounce up to up to this trend line again that we have right here. But we'll be managers on the daily. That's why we play the options, because it's much more lucrative for us. The percents are outstanding when you can track this the right way. We've built many programs. One program, Skynet program, that gives us the best options to play based off of your average true range, your relative strength index, and basically a few other indicators. So that's an amazing scanning tool we developed, and I'm sure most of you already know that. Okay, well, this is Matt. Any questions, you can just email me. That's fine. I'll be more than happy to answer your questions. If you'd like to follow my trades, just click on the link on the video. Follow my trades for a month, and you will see how wonderful and outstanding our percentages are. Great learning experience. You'll get my alerts sent directly to WhatsApp. So you don't have to do anything. It'll come right up on your phone. It'll give you the strike, my entry, and all that other stuff prior to me making my purchase. All right, everyone, have yourself a great night, and join us on WhatsApp today. It's worth it for 1 month. It is definitely worth it.